I'll have Coach make his opening statement and then go ahead and do some questions. Just leave your hands up for a second. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, good scrimmage. Got some good heat out there. That was probably one of the best things we got out of it today. Was one of the warmer days, and saw that all week brewing, and so took advantage of it. And actually too nice on campus, especially in the morning. But good day that way, and you know, it's gonna be 2 weeks from today at this time we'll be playing. So talk to the guys about that a little bit, but. Probably a lot like the first scrimmage. Offense did some nice things early. It has to do a better job of sustaining it, and the defense doing a good job of responding. That's really general, but that's kind of how the scrimmage went. So got a lot of red zone work in at the end, just you know, slowly building up, and got some reps on that. Tuesdays and Thursdays practice was really good from some live action. So from Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and again today, we've gotten a lot of tackling in, a lot of work. Full pads, and so I like just kind of the stamina we've had that way, and just how much tackling we've had. So, questions?
Let's go up the middle with Joe.
Coach, let's start with special teams. How would you evaluate Connor Talty, Alex Asperukov, and Blake Dowd's performance today, and where you're standing with the new specialists?
I think punting wise, Blake's done a really nice job. Last scrimmage, I thought was I shouldn't say scrimmage. Last Saturday here was really the best day I'd seen him have. I think he continued to have a really good week. And then today, you know, came out and in our drill work, we didn't get as many punts in the scrimmage, working into the scrimmage that I was hoping to. I think we were probably 2 or 3 less than what I was looking for with you know, partial script of what we wanted to get done. But he's had a really good 8 days. I think Alex continues to get better and push. You know, just with his injury that he had, he's so far ahead of schedule with his recovery, and so now he's really getting into that rhythm and showing a lot of improvement there. And then Connor's done a really good job on campus in the complex. Last week he missed, I'm not sure what it was, but you know, we got to just keep getting work in the stadium here. He missed a couple today. So from a field goal standpoint, the ones further out, probably 38 to 44, somewhere in there, between a couple of those. So got to keep getting him the work. You know, was disappointed that he didn't hit them all, because he's done a nice job in our practices, and we've been working that every day with him being new and that whole unit being new. So we got to keep working.
Jump on the far left in the front row to Nick.
Yeah, Jaden Roberts, what's his availability right now? Are you anticipating him being ready for week 1?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that right off the bat. 2 guys that didn't scrimmage today, Jaden and James, same as last week. James is actually starting with him. James has been working through and building up. Feel good about the progress he's had in the week of practice with it being live. Needed to hold back there, but he's getting closer by the day. Jaden has a concussion. Just tell you what it is, and he's going through the protocol of that, and so hasn't done anything from a team standpoint. Starting to work back into that protocol, which included being out there today, but not to participate in the scrimmage.
Front row on the right, Colin.
Hey Kalen, this is the first time we've gotten to talk to you since Ty was named the starter. I'm curious of what that timeline looked like for you, why it was the right time, and what you saw out there today from him, kind of.
Yeah,
as
yeah. Actually, I hadn't even thought about it. This is the first time since I've seen you guys. Yeah, you know, we knew we were at that point where we felt good about, you know, who should be the starter, and it just made sense after the scrimmage when you evaluated kind of the whole product he's put on the football field. You know, all the quarterbacks I thought came out there again today and did a great job, and that was the same thing as last scrimmage. And I guess specifically Ty, as you asked today, I thought he came out and executed the offense. You know, just continues to be steady, finds his times to make the plays. In, you know, today he actually used his feet again, and that's, I think, something that people will probably underestimate as we go through the year, just with his ability to make plays and keep plays alive. But you know, I thought he was steady, he was consistent. Probably, you know, just think kind of looking here, probably a higher completion percentage than what he had last scrimmage. Maybe not quite as explosive. I think that's a tribute to our defense and what they did as well. So good both scrimmages for him, and just continue to make the progress. And I think building the team and getting the momentum going when we knew we needed to do it, and that's allowing us to have 3 weeks of prep building our team for Florida State.
Next, we'll go to Katie on the far right.
Hey, Kalen, how much does the second scrimmage kind of solidify guys' positions on the field, or are some of those still up for spots in the next 2 weeks of practice?
Yeah, we actually made a big point of that, just that today was a really important day to get some more film out there for us to evaluate. There's guys that are still competing, and that's the way it'll always be. The games will be evaluating as well. And there's some competitions that are very close, and there's some guys that you're trying to work different combinations, the what ifs down the road. But yeah, today was a big, it was a big part of us understanding what we got, individually and collectively.
Staying up the middle, we'll go to Alex. Oh, you didn't have one? I'm sorry, then go far right to Blake. My apologies.
Put this spot there, Alex.
Who stood out in the secondary today from what you saw, and just what have you seen from that unit as a whole?
Oh, yeah, good question. There's so much that I'm watching. I couldn't tell you exactly who had maybe the most tackles or anything. I thought the defense today in the secondary did a really good job of making sure that they were getting the guys on the ground. I think we still didn't get the picks we're trying to get, in force, but I know that we're getting close, and we had a couple, this week, and you can see the momentum building for those guys. I'm actually hard to single any one guy out. I thought there was a number of guys that did a nice job. So the guys you'd expect are really the guys that are producing.
Far back left to Chase.
Last week, after the first scrimmage, you said that the offense did a good job with ball security and pass protection. It sounds like they did well again with ball security. Is that the case? And also, what about the pass pro?
Mm-hmm. They did. We had one ball that was competitive that I think was called a turnover. Probably would have been on a review if it was a real game to see if it was completed and then forced a fumble. But I think the pass protection is consistent, solid. I think the key is for the quarterbacks that they drop back and they are comfortable with what is going to happen, and that they aren't wondering, man, this guy, I just never know. I never feel good about the right guard, right tackle, or whatever it might be. These guys, I think, when they drop back, and you're talking about all three quarterbacks, they drop back. I think they feel like, number one, the job's going to, the responsibility is going to be there, and number two, the production and give them some time to work. You're not going to have all day, right? At this level, there's too many good pass rushers that you're going to have, but I think it's consistent. It's allowing the quarterbacks to feel good about keeping their eyes downfield. They're not worried about who's going to get beat. So I think across the board, the one-on-ones, they're doing a pretty good job. And then just schematically, I think I always do a good job of trying to help out, where we need to.
Staying on the far left, Matt.
What did you think of the penalties that came out yesterday for the Michigan sign stealing stuff? Obviously, you played them in that 23 season.
I don't know anything about it. I honestly don't. I don't know what they got. I didn't read it. I didn't know. So I haven't even heard about it. So you can tell me and I can respond.
I think it was, they estimated a $20 million fine, and Sharon Moore got an extra game suspension, and some people got show causes. And
I got you.
so.
I guess I don't know how in comparison to other issues that we've had over the years, how that relates, but it is what it is. I don't have too much to respond, I guess.
Far back right, Trey Newman.
Hey, so circling back to special team, can you just talk about the guys that you have back there on kick return and punt return, and is there an ideal guy or by committee sort of thing? Can you just elaborate on that if you can?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we haven't decided on who the starter will be back there. Guys that did a good job a year ago. We got Cole back there, really in both. And he started out as our punt returner a year ago, and he's did a nice job just being steady. And then I think new faces. You got Rico, probably kickoff return. Can do some things back there for us. And then Bach, in both areas as well. He and Cole really, I think, can do both and provide a combination of just consistency with fielding it, and then some explosiveness there. So I would start with those guys. There's more, you know, Ryan had great experience there last year. Had a couple explosive plays, got thrown into action there when Bach went down through the season. And so, you know, I would have 100% confident having Jeremy Bernard step back there to field punts and things like that. But, you know, that's kind of the nuts and bolts of kind of who we put back there.
Front row and middle, Kirk.
Yes, coaches, do you break this as the end of the second scrimmage as sort of a plateau and along with that, getting here without too many injuries, I guess, probably be a good thing?
Yeah, well, I think we're in a spot now, are you kind of saying the end of fall camp, is that kind of what you're asking? Today, yeah. I think that will continue a little bit into Tuesday, really school starts Wednesday, and that'll be the next thing, you know, so our normal camp schedule, other than, you know, just because of how it works out, we won't practice tomorrow or Monday, but Tuesday will be like a normal camp schedule, so can't really do that when school starts. You know, we'll have a good practice even on the weekend, Saturday next week, try to get back here is the kind of the plan as of right now, but yeah, I think injury-wise, there's a lot of guys that got, you know, that are beat up a little bit, but it's something that it was gonna happen if you were gonna be physical at all during camp, and we still have 2 weeks left. So the next couple of days, it's set up specifically for that reason, to be able to get these guys off their feet, recover a little bit, and then we'll certainly have a different type of week. We'll still have physicality, especially Tuesday. We'll get back after it, but it will look different. Like I said, we've been hard last Saturday with a big scrimmage today, but also Tuesday and Thursday we did a number of live sessions moving the ball, just like you've seen out here today.
All right, let's finish up with Will on the right side.
Coach, you kind of alluded to it in your opening. It's definitely that time of year here in Tuscaloosa, weather-wise. Was the scrimmage start time today maybe meant to simulate some of what you'll be experiencing in Tallahassee in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, 100%. We actually had it originally scheduled earlier, moved it back just to get a little more heat, and you know, it was good for us. We even conditioned at the end, did some extra work, and so just trying to get ready in every way possible.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.